Well, you know, it's funny, Mike, because the next article we are covering is about a game that was made by one single person. So you can imagine how much easier that could be, but how much more time it could take if you're just a solo team.
I like these types of articles because it goes back to what gaming used to be back in the day, where it was just a handful of people, maybe like a group of 5, less than 10, really, really small. If you want to call them studio, I would call them teams.
Yeah.
But like small teams putting games together and then the games just absolutely hit. And that is a beautiful thing to witness. This article comes from Games Radar. It is by Dustin Bailey. The title of the article is In an Era of 100 Gigabyte Games, aka all Call of Duty games, breakout Metroidvania hit Animal Well is only 34 megabytes. So small that its 4K PS5 background is likely larger than the game.
Dude, that's so crazy. It almost just doesn't sound real. It's like,
dude, I take a picture with my phone and it's more than 45. Like, what is that? 55?
Yeah, same, dude.
34 megabytes. 34 megabytes.
If I take a ProRes photo on this thing, it's over.
Oh yeah, it's over. 100 plus megabytes, easy.
Yep.
All right, so have you had the chance to play Animal Well? But it's highly rated.
I've seen some gameplay on it. It's I think it's like a platformer style game. I've heard like people have been exploding about this game and like raving over it, saying it's like really good. So, yeah,
heck yeah.
Makes you want to try it.
I haven't actually seen it. Right? I mean, of course. So Animal Well is already the second best rated game of 2024. Second only to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's nuts.
That's wild.
That's nuts. Wow. Okay, so but where the middle entry in the remake trilogy is nearly 150 gigabytes in size, aka that's what they're saying Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is, Animal Wells packs all its goodness in a fraction of the space. My Animal Well install clocks at just, oh jeez, I'm reading this all wrong. So Dustin over here says his Animal Well install is about 33.3 megabytes, though the system requirements on Steam suggest you'll need 40 megabytes of space. Either way, this is a tiny game. Speaking to Stefan Totilos,
maybe? That's what I'd say. You roll the L. Totilos.
I think it depends entirely whether or not you're Italian or if you're American Italian.
That's okay.
We'll see. So, according to Totilos GameFile newsletter, developer Billy Basso says, "I just tried to program it in a compact and straightforward way." He notes that the game size can mostly be attributed to the fact that the game uses a custom engine with no unnecessary features bundled in, and the use of a low-resolution pixel art assets. And that's what you can see in the screenshot if you're watching on video. So the game's fair bit bigger on consoles. Oh, geez, I'm reading this all messed up. Let me zoom in. I'm getting old, brother. The game's a fair bit bigger on consoles, particularly PS5, where it takes up 101 megabytes. Basso attributes that to the 4K image that appears on the background of the console UI, where you can hover over the game icon. According to Basso, that background is likely larger than the game. What the hell? So, our Animal Well review, which is by Game Radar, calls it an endlessly inventive Metroidvania with unfathomable depth. And it's quickly becoming clear. Depth.
The depth.
It's quickly becoming clear that the game is much, much bigger than its tiny file size would suggest. The few days since launch have given many players enough time to reach the credits and find the normal collectibles you'd expect from a game of this genre, but it's quickly becoming clear that the most esoterically hidden secrets are going to take much longer, and a whole lot of community collaboration to find. That's actually pretty cool. I like games that they have a bunch of Easter eggs or like hidden items and stuff like that you can find later in the game. Like the devs just kind of hide things here and there. I know old Halo games used to do that, where you have to go collect all the oddballs and the skulls hidden on the map. Those were really cool. I like those types of games.
Yeah, that's true, man. I think it's interesting too. I mean, obviously when you make the game, you pretty much program everything about it. Yeah, there's no like bloatware, there's no unnecessary code or anything. You can, as long as you're intentional, you can keep it slim. So makes sense as to why I got it that small. It's still insane though, dude. Like a game of that size, it's like you would think it'd only be like, you know, like a 30-minute title at best. It's like you wouldn't think it'd be a full game, you know.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, dude, all the old games back in the day on like the original Nintendo or Super Nintendo, N64, all this kind of stuff, they're not that big. They're like maybe 100 megabytes at most. A lot of them are. Like Sega was the same way.
yeah,
It only really started to get bigger and bigger when we got into the 3D like
it's true.
graphics
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's true.
When that happens, you're getting hooked in sizing.
All of a sudden, a few gigs, and
Yeah,
get to late 360 Xbox One or 100 gigabytes. You know, like dude, Call of Duty's
it's pretty sick.
250 with everything included. It's wild.
Yeah. Dude, his subtitle for this article is pretty unique. I like that. So the game Animal Well, as we just said, is 34 megabytes, and then it says that's just 37% of its Metacritic score. So that's pretty dope.
It's pretty sick, yeah. Pretty sick, dude.
Uh,
Yeah, dude. I've heard a lot of people praise this game. You know, a lot of outlets. Jason Schreier was one of the I saw his tweets about it. I have tweet notifications on for him just because he like breaks so much news. And but he was talking about this like when it released, of just like you should play this game. Like, I don't care what you're doing, play this game, kind of thing. And I saw a couple other people kind of give the same sentiment of like, just play the game, like just go and play it. And it's like one of those things, you know, everyone's digging it. And I think the most interesting thing about this game though, and the reason why it came up to my radar was, or one of the reasons it came up to my radar was that the company behind it that published it is actually run by none other than the legendary YouTuber Video Game Donkey. So
oh my gosh, yeah, you're right.
I did mention in the article, but yeah, it's
Big Mode.
Yeah, but Donkey's his publishing kind of publishing companies, you know, released it, published it out. So it's very good that, you know, Donkey he got a slam dunk here. His first kind of thing.
That's
His
so
first
cool,
endeavor
man.
there, and then Billy over here just killing it, dude, making a Metroidvania, which is still, you know, still today is still a popular genre. So to see.
Yeah, his wife and him launched in 2022, and their goal is to specialize in publishing indie games. And that's really nice because he always talks about how indie games are the only ones like branching out.
Yeah.
If you used to watch his videos, I think he kind of stepped back from making videos
Yeah.
compared to what he used to do, but they're always a hit. Would you like to hear the reception, all the different scores that they got?
Oh, let's go.
I pulled it up on the wiki. So for the review scores for the publication, so we're talking Detroit, what Destructoid? I always mess that name up. Destructoid, Eurogamer, GameSpot, IGN, Nintendo Life, and PC Gamer. So everybody gave them a 10 out of 10 or a 5 out of 5, except for GameSpot, IGN, and PC Gamer.
Wow.
They gave them a 9 out of 10.
It's almost
That's wild.
Why not the extra point? What are we doing here, huh? why not the 1 point?
You never know, man.
Appreciate
It's all
the
about
honesty,
the
but,
reviewer's
like,
taste.
It's 1 point.
Yeah, what could have been better? That's what the thing is. It's just funny. This is pretty cool. So on Metacritic, they got 91 out of 100 for PC. On Switch, they had 89 out of 100, and then on PS5, it was 85 out of 100. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe it's a little bit more convenient, more nice to play if you're using mouse and keyboard on the PC or something.
I don't know. It's a good question.
But on OpenCritic, they have 100% recommended on there.
Dang.
So
they gave him the seal of approval, dude. Well,
oh yeah. So they basically said, "Yep,
play.
Gotta play this game.
Must play." It's a must play right there.
Yeah, maybe this is gonna be the next game that we need to get on, man. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I want to say I think it was like $20 on Steam or something like that. It wasn't too expensive. It was pretty affordable.
I mean, what's $20 in 2024 nowadays
for a good game?
It's like $5.
It's worth it, dude. Good game. It's worth it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it'd be worth checking out at some point. I have to add it to my list.
Yeah, definitely. This is pretty cool though. I really like this. I'm trying to see if Big Mode has done anything else. No, this is their first release title, Animal Well.
Debut, huh?
So yeah, this is the debut title from an indie dev or indie game by I guess indie publisher, YouTube publisher.
I
don't know what you would call it.
They're about to explode.
Yeah.
It's climbing the ladder, dude. Got everyone praising it. Maybe open a studio, maybe do his own thing. I don't know, but he's sitting pretty. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's very interesting, and I think this could be the future of a lot of YouTubers getting their own studios, making their own games. I mean, think about it this way: 100 Thieves pivoted from being an organization to making games now.
Man, that's true.
That's kind of
a shooter.
Yeah. Nate Shot in a way is 100 Thieves himself.
Yeah, so. it's kind of nuts, isn't it?
Pretty cool. Yeah,
it's crazy to think what the history is going to be. You have all these devs getting shut down by these big corporations. See a lot more independent studios. See some
100%.
People coming out. I won't be under an umbrella. You know, just do my own thing. Why not? Sell some merch, get some funds.
That's a fact.